guys, so today my video is not going to be the usual type of video, and I'm going to be talking about something kind of controversial. If you're not familiar, there has been a lot of drama going on right now with the whole pet tube thing, and I normally don't want to be any part of any drama whatsoever. But I was just thinking about a lot of things lately, and there are some things that I find really important, and I just want to get my thoughts out there. So I'm just going to be telling you my thoughts and my opinion on the whole pet tube thing. So I don't want to start off by just like completely bashing pet tube whatsoever. I know that a lot of people think that I'm also included in that because I do talk about pets and their care, obviously. But I don't think it's a horrible place. A year ago, I didn't even know it existed, so it's kind of a new thing for me. I think it's a cool place to see some awesome animals, to learn about them, to get some ideas and inspiration for your own enclosures and care. So it can be a really, really great thing. However, there are some negative sides to it, and I just want to address a couple of the things that I find issues with. So number one, I think that PetTube is a great place to learn about your animals and how to care for them and everything. However, I don't think it should be your only source of research whatsoever. So even if you're coming to my channel and I'm doing a care video on how to take care of bearded dragons or something, I don't think that should be your only source of research. You can't just watch my video and call it a day. I think that it requires a lot more effort than that, and you should be looking into other websites, other people. There are so many different ways to care for animals, and I'm just sharing what I find works best for me, but that may not work best for you. So it's very important that you continue to do your own research and that you don't just pick one pet YouTuber and think that they know everything and that all of the information that they say is going to be sound, because that's not always the case. And even if you've done all the research and you're taking great care of your animal, I don't think you should ever stop researching, because there's always new things to find out. There's new things to improve on. So it's just something that when you have an animal, the research should never stop. Another thing to keep in mind is that not all pet YouTubers are experts or professionals and have a lot of credibility. I myself, I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. I don't have a career with these animals whatsoever. These are just my pets. I've always just been very passionate about animals, and so I know a lot about them because I do my own research, but not everything I say is always going to be correct. So I don't want any of you guys to ever think that, and I don't think that you should put that pressure on other pet YouTubers as well, because not everyone knows everything. We're all humans, we make mistakes, we're all learning 24/7. My next point is that quality should always be more important than quantity. So it seems like on PetTube, I don't know if it's like an algorithm thing or whatever, trying to get views, but it seems like people always want to have a new animal, have something interesting to share. So I see a lot of people just accumulating a lot of animals that's kind of unrealistic for them to actually care for. And that's just not something that I think is valuable to be promoting. I know a lot of viewers may be young kids and they think that it looks cool. Like, you may think it looks cool that I have all of these animals, but I have chosen this lifestyle because it works best for my situation. I have Crohn's disease and I'm home all of the time with these animals. It was like that before I had all of these animals. Like, the last couple of years is when I started to get really, really sick, and I can't really go out and do normal things. So because of that, I'm home all the time, and I had nothing else to do, and I've always been extremely passionate about taking care of animals. So this is something that I committed to doing because it makes me happy, and I love taking care of these animals. Just because it looks cool doesn't mean you should be trying to do the same thing. You should always know your limit and know what you're capable of doing when it comes to taking care of an animal, because they do require a lot of time, effort, and money. So that's just one of the trends that I really want to see a decrease of in the future. I just don't want to see people feeling the need that they have to accumulate all of these animals just to have an interesting video for views, because it's just honestly unethical and it's not fair to the animals whatsoever. I think that it's way more valuable to put out videos where you're showing the quality and care of your animals. Even if you only have like 2 reptiles or 2 animals, whatever, you can make a whole channel on that. You don't have to have a million different animals and have your own zoo to be able to do something like that. My next point is to choose your role models wisely. So again, I am not an expert, I'm not a professional. I do know a lot of information, and I'm constantly learning and wanting to better the lives of my animals, and I hope that that's what you guys want too, and that's why you watch my channel. Not every single channel is going to be that way. Other people have different missions. Mine is all about providing knowledge and information about how to take care of these animals, as well as just sharing my life experiences with them. Other people may not be doing that and may not have the same morals or standards as me, and it's just important to pick who you support wisely, because you don't want to ever be supporting someone that's not really doing something ethical that you truly believe is okay. My next point is that followers or subscribers do not equate to credibility. So just because you see someone that has a lot of followers, it doesn't mean that they're giving really great advice and that they know exactly what they're talking about. Again, it's just a human being. They just happen to have a lot of followers for whoever knows why. This is honestly something that I see not even in PetTube, but just in general. Like, if you're looking to buy a reptile online, like some of the very first websites that pop up selling reptiles are honestly the worst ones. They do very unethical practices, they have unhealthy animals, and it's just a horrible, horrible place. So that just goes along with choosing who you want to support carefully, and just realizing that not because someone has a lot of followers, they could be like the best person ever. Maybe someone that doesn't have that many subscribers or followers is doing a better job than someone that already has all of that. So I'm not trying to like downplay anyone whatsoever or say that someone's better than the other. I'm just saying to make sure you choose who you watch carefully and make sure that they have credible information, and that the followers and subscriber count does not equate their credibility by any way, shape, or form. And another thing that I would like to see come to a stop with PetTube, I've mentioned this before, is people that feel the need to brag about how much their animals cost, because honestly, all animals should be equal. The cost does not matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you're spending thousands of dollars on some designer type reptile or whatever it is. It just shouldn't matter. Just should never put a dollar sign on the worth of an animal. It's just, honestly, it looks tacky and it's just not fair to the animals, and I feel like it gives the audience a need to feel like they need to do the same thing and drop thousands of dollars on animals to look cool. And that's just not something I think should be promoted on PetTube. And my last point is basically that PetTube should never be about someone trying to get fame for themselves whatsoever. It seems like not even PetTube, but just like YouTubers in general, people just want a YouTube to have a YouTube channel because they just want to be famous for something. And that's really pointless. I think that PetTube in general is just a place for the animals, and it should always be about the animals, and that's it. So I know that there's a lot of drama and things going on, and honestly, it shouldn't be about that whatsoever. We all started doing this for the same reasons. We love these animals, and that's what it should always be about. So if you want to start your own YouTube channel for whatever type of thing you're going for, make sure that whatever it is, you have a point and you want to share it, and that's why. It has to be something that you're passionate about. I'm passionate about these animals, and that's why I'm here. I'm not here for me. I'm extremely antisocial and super awkward even talking to a camera right now. So I'm literally always just with my animals every single day, and so communication skills are not really my number one thing. But I do it because I want to share the information that I have with you guys, so that way you guys can also learn from my mistakes and see what I'm doing, and we can all learn and grow together and create better lives for our animals, because at the end of the day, that's what all of this is about. So at the end of the day, I think PetTube can be a great place for education. I just want you guys to be aware of the people that you're following, to pay attention to things, to do your own research, make decisions for yourself. You are your own individuals. You don't have to look up to me and think I'm a role model and you want to be just like me and just have all of these animals, because honestly, it's a lot of work and it may not fit your lifestyle. So you just have to be realistic for what you can do. I just want other people to fall in love with these animals, and if you're gonna get them yourself, just know how to care for them, and it's as simple as that. So I hope that this video was helpful. I just felt like sharing some of my opinions with you guys, and I don't want to see people accumulating a ton of animals that they can't care for, or feeling like they need to support someone because they're against some other pet tuber. I just want all of the drama eliminated from all of this, and at the end of the day, just realize we're all human beings, we're all learning, and we're all here for these animals. So that's pretty much everything for today. I will have another video out soon that's not going to be as heavy as this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.